What is going on, guys? Back at it again on YouTube here. Sorry I haven't been around in a while. Reason being is personal training has been super busy for me. You know, I've been training anywhere from 5 to 6 clients a day. I'm recently starting a 12-week little mini cut, just kind of do a little body recomp here. I've been bulking for the last, I would say, 6 to 9 months or so, and yeah, I'm finally feeling good where I can begin my cut, and I'm on week 5 on this and feeling pretty good. I've already dropped around 8 pounds in the last 4.5 weeks, which is a lot actually. Usually I aim to lose about half a pound to a pound a week. I'm losing it pretty quickly, so we'll see how the next couple of weeks go. Things might start to slow down, so I may have to decrease the food a little bit, but we'll see. So today I'm doing chest, shoulders, and triceps. That's one area that I've been trying to focus on in the last, the last year or so. I am going to compete possibly this year, step on stage. I want to get my pro card in the natural men's physique division. That's a goal that I've had for a very long time. But now I'm in a good place in my life where I can actually focus on that. Another update is that I've been cosplaying a little bit, and I've been doing some photo shoots with a new costume that I just received, and it's Superman and Lois season 4 that I've loved, by the way, and I'll be posting some more footage on that soon, and possibly a little suit review on that as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, today is a workout day, and I'm going to show you guys how to build a superhero physique, so let's get to it. All right, so I'm not really doing any crazy edits here. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with the raw footage here. I will add some music here and there on some of my clips, but I figured I'd give you guys just the raw experience here. So I'm starting off with my working set. This is, I don't really count the bar. This bar actually weighs a lot on this machine. It's not like your typical Smith machine where the bar barely weighs anything. So you can really load up the machine. This right here, I have 75 pounds on each side. So if this were a barbell, it'd be roughly 195 pounds to 200 pounds. So we're gonna start here. The goal is to get 6 to 10 repetitions here. And what we're doing here is we're targeting, yes, the shoulders a little bit here, but also just mainly the upper chest. That's what's really gonna give you the fullness in your chest when you're standing tall, especially in the competitions that I'm doing. You want to make sure that we have a nice fullness on the upper chest. That's what you get judged on, chest fullness, and obviously having nice deltoids. So when you're dieting, you want to make sure you continue going heavy as you were when you were bulking, and that's going to help you keep muscle mass on your frame. And I've done this before, is where you're dieting, you're obviously weaker, so you start lowering the weight, and you end up doing higher reps just because it gives you a sick pump. But that's all it's gonna do, is gonna give you a sick pump. And eventually you'll start to lose muscle the further you go into your caloric deficit, right? Maintain the heavy weights, stick to the same rep scheme, and you'll just continue to maintain that muscle mass. And if anything, sometimes you can grow a little bit too, especially in the off season with all the work that you put in. So that is a tip I'm gonna give you. If you are dieting, just make sure you continue to go heavy on all of your sets. Back off sets are usually what I do after my heavy set. So I basically kind of just subtract anywhere from like 10%, maybe 15% of the previous lift. And I just continue to push it for another set or two, depending on how I feel. I usually just do 2 sets of everything. In some cases I may do like 3 or 4 sets, depending on the body part. But when it comes to like bigger body parts like the chest, the back, I go pretty heavy for 2 sets. One of them being a back off set, the other one being an actual working set. And that's typically what I do for all my lifts. All right, so we're gonna shoot for 10 to 15 reps here. And this is why I like back offsets, because you're able to slow things down, kind of make the corrections from the previous set, and really slow things down. I feel like that puts more time under tension on the muscle, and if you want that pump, those back offsets will give you that pump. Seated plate-loaded shoulder press. It's another great movement for the shoulders here, obviously. Also hits your upper chest as well. I mentioned earlier that the goal is to really bring up the top shelf here, and that is the upper chest and the shoulders. And so far this off season has been really good, and I've really seen some results from all the moves that I've been doing. So we're starting off here with 72.5 on each side. Definitely not my strongest lift, but I like it. I like the challenge. Oh. All right, 6 to 10. All right, one more. Ooh, yeah. Got 10. That felt really good. Hard, but really good. Yeah, so the goal is to keep every single rep to look the same, you know? So like as you fatigue, you wanna make sure that you're maintaining form throughout. Some form breakdown's okay, but seriously, if your last rep looks like the first rep, even though it's challenging, you know, that's progressive overload. It's not always about going heavier on the weight. It's also just controlling every single rep. That just shows that you're getting stronger with the lift. So that's a key tip that I would give you. Not always go up in weight, but make the set look better every single time. Seated plate-loaded chest press. This is the Gym 80 Pure Craft seated chest press. Really like this machine because one, it's unilateral. You can go one at a time. And two, when you press, it does exactly what your chest needs to do, meaning it pulls your arms inward like this. So it's like bicep to bicep, and it really hits the pecs nicely versus just pushing straight out, which some machines do. And I like this one a lot. You'll see why. So it gives you a big stretch here, right about there. And then watch as I bring it in. It gives you a nice peak contraction right there. Obviously, we control it on the way back. Just gonna do 5 reps here just to feel it out. Yeah, so as you can tell, you bring it in this way, and that allows you to really contract the chest. That's one thing I like about this machine that no other machine in this gym does. Not even dumbbells. I mean, you can mimic it with dumbbells, but this is a lot safer without having to balance the weight. So if you have one of these at the gym, definitely incorporate that into your routine. All right, we're gonna add some weight. That was 90 pounds on each side. Yeah, so right now, I'm like consuming anywhere from 2,300 calories, sometimes 24, depending on the day. That's a deficit for me. The further we go into this cut, I might lower the calories a little bit more, but not by much. And I'm gonna take this 12 to 16 weeks. I'll be showing you guys progress throughout the cut. So I'm on week 5, like I mentioned earlier. After the workout, I'm gonna do a little posing routine and just do a little physique check-in. I'd love for you guys to follow along so you can see what it takes to, you know, lean out. Not sure if I'll show you guys my food and my meals. Just don't really have the time to film all those things, but definitely the gym stuff and some tips that I can share with you guys here. All right, so we're gonna hit 6 to 10 reps, 120 on each side. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna count that one. It was ugly, but whew, I'll count it. So that was 9 reps. Next week, keep the weight the same, but obviously get 9 reps again, maybe 10, make it look better. I thought the control was pretty good. Kept it constant throughout, and that's what you want to do. That's what I meant earlier about controlling your reps, making them look better every single time. Yeah, so that was my working set. Now I'm going to reduce the weight, maybe take out the 25, and that'll leave me, and the 5. Just do like 100 on each side, so 20 pounds less on each side. You know, the one thing I like about this gym is that nobody really messes with me here. Like, I could be filming, everyone's pretty chill here. Not a lot of gyms allow you to do that, which, you know, I get. Obviously, you still want to be mindful of other people, and sometimes I'll even tell people like, hey, I'm gonna be recording, you're gonna be in the background. If you're cool with that, great. If not, you know, I can wait. And they're usually really cool about it, so. All right, here we go. 10 reps to failure. Oh, yeah, that was good. All right, we're literally gonna move right next door. It's one of my favorite machines here. It's the seated incline chest fly. This bad boy right here, incline chest fly. The key tip here is think bicep to bicep on the way up, okay? So get a nice stretch here, right about there, and then just picture both of your biceps kissing each other, Boom. Open up and kiss. That's literally it. Oh. Almost didn't have that one. That was hard. Oh yeah. All right. Now we're gonna move on to dumbbell lateral raises. All right, so if you wanna make your physique pop, doing lateral raises and just training your shoulders in general is gonna do that for you. So this is a movement that I personally like to do a couple times a week. Not necessarily on this machine here. It can be dumbbells, it can be the cables, but you wanna use a variety of different movements to target all three heads of the shoulders. The bigger your side delts, the wider you're gonna appear, and the more heroic you're going to look. So this machine here is kind of nice because it allows you to control the movement all the way through. So when you go up to the top, you're able to really slow things down versus having dumbbells, right? It's a little heavy at the end. The cable machine also does that. So this machine and the cable machine, probably the best to be able to control the weight versus the dumbbells. So we're gonna go for 10 to 15 reps here for 3 sets. Ooh. Yeah, so when doing this, don't stop here. Stop all the way down here. The more stretch you put on the shoulder, meaning going this way, the better, okay? So when you're doing this movement, don't stop here. Stop all the way down here. Same with the dumbbells, don't stop out here. Bring it all the way in, get that stretch, come back up. I typically don't like going all the way up here. Now we start to use more of the traps. That's not what I'm trying to target doing this movement. I'm trying to hit the delts. So I say shoulder height, so like right about there. That should be more than enough to make those deltoids grow. All right, I'm gonna do another set in about a minute or so, and then we'll move on to triceps. All right, set number 2, 10 to 15 reps. Ever since I can remember, I was always strong at my triceps. They would always take over. Yeah, just been really strong at them, so I'm able to push a lot more weight with this movement. But yeah, the key here is don't use any momentum, right? We're really trying to isolate the triceps here. I like to kind of get my chest over the bar a little bit, lean forward, and then as I'm coming up, I think about pulling my elbows back. This way I get a stretch here. I'll either pause for a second and then push, or just kind of go nice and slow throughout the whole movement. I feel like I get better contraction that way, and you know, they're growing, so it's working. All right. So anchor yourself right about there and push with those elbows. Ha. 10. That was good. I probably could have done 11, but it would have been it would have been something like that. All right, so now we're gonna lower the cable system here to like chest height. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to hinge, kind of shove my foot back into this pillar here. And then I'm going to extend overhead and push. It's gonna hit the long head of the tricep here. Give you that thickness. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh. Alright guys, and that concludes the workout. That was chest, shoulders, and triceps. I hope you guys learned some stuff here. I'll post another video next week. I'm going to be posting kind of my routine and my progress along the way. It's going to be 12 to 16 weeks at this cut, and I'd like to keep you guys posted on how I do it and how I look at the end of this prep. So I'll see you guys soon.